It's 5 o'clock. Let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our third and last webinar of our Smart Schooling and Networking MOOC, Empowering Small and Rural Schools. My name is Anna Lagina. I am the course coordinator, and together with my dear colleague Ariana Blasic, our course coordinator, we are hosting this live session for you today. As you know, Module 4 has just opened and our course is running to its natural end. We must say that it has been indeed a great learning journey for all of us, and it's been a pleasure to browse through the various contributions of the participants, of you on the course forum and the Padlets. Well done from my side, and I think also from Ariana. What do you think, Ariana?
I agree with you, Anna, absolutely. Yes, I'm impressed with all the contributions, and what's more, I'm impressed with the willingness to learn. I think in our MOOC, the participants are real lifelong learners, and they are committed to learning, expanding their knowledge, and implementing what they learn in the classroom. So well done, and keep on doing this great job.
Totally agree, Ariana. Please continue to do so, participate, spread the word. There's still plenty of time to join the course and also to complete all the activities and earn a course certificate. Remember, the final deadline is the 5th of November, but all the course contents and the resources will remain available for you to browse through even after the course ends. As for today's webinar, the session is being recorded and the video will be made available as usual on the course platform in a couple of days. So let's move to the topic of our webinar today, expanding learning environments through outdoor education, service learning and international projects. So this webinar today connects a bit the topics covered in Module 3, but also in Module 4. Our goal is to give you the chance to hear directly from experienced educators about how they have managed to enrich the curriculum and create meaningful educational opportunities for students beyond the traditional classroom. To do so, we have invited 3 expert teachers tonight. Florence Calais, the French name is actually, she is from Ireland. So she will delve into strategies to unlock the power of outdoor learning. I'm very much looking forward to your presentation, Florence. Next, Vittoria Volterani. She will tell us more about internationalization of schools, a strategic opportunity for small and rural communities. Vittoria, I must tell you that the sections on the course about e-twinning and Erasmus have raised great interest, so be prepared to answer a couple of questions on that. And also your videos, your contributions from Ichi Bobbio were greatly appreciated. And last but not least, we have invited Edita Binek from Poland, and she will tell us how to organize, how to support and promote student agencies. So from local roots to broader impact over the community. All right, but before getting started, Ariana, what do you think? Shall we ask our participants tonight to use the chat to please say where they are connected from? And also, if they feel like, to answer this prompt. So, beyond classroom walls, expanding learning through experience. Think of a moment when a student or a group of students learned something powerful outside of the classroom. What was the context and what made that learning stick in their memory, in their hearts, in their experiences? So please use the chat and tell us more about that. After the first presentation, Ariana, please help me. We will report a bit from the comments from our participants' comments and suggestions. All right, let's get started. Let me welcome Florence Calais, special education needs teacher in Ireland. She is from Donegal, Ireland. She will tell us more about that. And she teaches French and enterprise and coordinates the SEN department. Please, Florence, take control of the slides. And thank you for inviting. Oh, you've moved too much. Hang on a sec. I'll start over again. So you can now take control of the slides, please. And so thank you for accepting our invitation. What is happening? You have now control, but you have to move all the slides. Yes, move on. Yes, there you are. Move on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bonjour, everyone. Before we start, I just would like to introduce myself. Today I'm going to speak about unlocking the power of outdoor learning. And so I'm a French native speaker, and I first came to Ireland, as an Erasmus student myself. So I value Erasmus a lot, as it had a great influence in my life. And after studying in Ireland, I worked for 2 years for 2 international companies. And then I decided to move to the beautiful Ardmore Island in 2000, where I've been living since. So in the school, I teach, as you mentioned, Anna, French, business and enterprise. And I also am a special education need teacher in Gamscol Majamada. So over the years, I have had the chance to be involved in many exciting projects nationally, and locally and internationally, especially using the e-twinning and platform and Erasmus mobility program, which gave me and my students actually an amazing opportunity to learn, share, and connect with other countries across Europe. So now I would like to talk about Ardmore. Where is it? So if you look at the screen here, we have Ireland, and at the top here, northwest, this is the island we are from. I'm from, or I'm living. Actually, I've been living in Ardmore longer than in France now, so I can feel myself a bit more Irish. So Ardmore Island, or Ardmore in Irish, has a population of about 450 people, though that number increases in the summer when visitors and family return. So the island is also part of the Gaeltacht, which means that we speak Irish on the island. And there's also a strong sense of community and local culture. Ardmore is also known for its beautiful Atlantic coastline, outdoor activities, and its effort to stay connected through high-speed broadband, which had a very good positive, sorry, I got a bit distracted here, which helped, attract remote workers and new projects. So it places basically a balance, it gives a balance for tradition and modern life, offering both natural beauty and a close-knit community. So what about Gamscol Majamada? So Gamscol Majamada celebrated 35 years of this year, and it's a secondary school on Ardmore Island. It's a small but very vibrant school with 62 students, 1 principal, 1 vice principal, 16 teachers, 4 special need assistants, a secretary, and 2 caretakers. And the school teaches students aged from 12 to 18. And actually, it offers a full secondary education in a friendly and supporting environment. It is also a dual language school where we speak English and Irish, which gives us an opportunity for the students to use 2 languages. And the we have mainlanders and islander students and teachers, and they take the ferry. So the mainlanders would take the ferry every morning to come to school from Burton Port, and the crossing is lasting 20 minutes roughly. And like tomorrow, the weather is very bad, so that might be an issue, and the school might be closed. So the students might be happy about it, and we won't tell them, but the teacher too. So this is giving you a wee bit of an idea of where we are located. And now I'm going to speak about the challenges we are facing. So we are situated on an island, okay, which could be also regarded as positive, but it also brings challenges. There's a decline of population, which means that we have less students in the school. There is a decline of birth on the island. The last child who was born was probably 4 years ago, so which is a big issue. There's a bigger school just 15 minutes away from us, and they extended their school, and so bring more facilities and new technology. The subjects taught are limited because of the ratio, teacher-student ratio. And on top of that, there's a cost of transportation for the mainlander teachers and students. So there's a cost to come to our island. And we are also limited by the timetable the ferries are giving us. So on top of this, we are in a disadvantaged area. So the school is getting a bit of help, more help than the others, but we're trying our best to do with what we have. So what are the solutions? To build bridges, break the walls, and use outdoor classrooms. So when we did our video on embracing nature in education in the third module, basically we wanted to expand the school walls and learning space, and we wanted to give an overview on how our school offers to our students how to learn outside, okay? It shows how the outdoor plays an important role in our education system, and how our focus on outdoor learning is growing stronger every year. We also make great use of our beautiful coastline to survey and explore and learn about our local marine environment. So we bring outside speakers and experts in marine science, biodiversity, sustainability, which help strengthen our students' learning and connect classroom lessons to the real world. And one of our students is part of the ISSN, which is the Irish School Sustainability Network. And this is a brilliant network, which is growing very rapidly, and it involves teachers and students. So the network supports anyone who wants to make a difference, whether through a small local initiative or a larger national project. And we share knowledge, exchange ideas, and take actions on environmental projects together. But one, actually, as I mentioned, of our students is an ISSN ambassador. So, which means that that student is meeting with other students online every month, and to debate or to act on a project together. And twice a year they meet in person to strengthen their bond and their network. So if you have the time, actually, to connect to the ISSN, you will find like a lot of resources online, small videos for primary and secondary school. And yeah, so Here in the pictures, you can see that there is, we took opportunities of a sperm whale landing on our beach, the top right here. And there was an expert who came from actually Galway, which was 4 hours away, to speak to our students. We're doing a survey here for the coastline, Irish coastline. Okay. So these are other examples, not only the coastline we're using, we have national parks around us, so we bring the students there. There's horse riding for students with special needs. We're planting tree, we're collecting seaweed for our outside garden. And when welcoming other schools from Europe, for example, we take them kayaking on the sea. So the next slide, I would like to speak about a project which is dear to me. It's called the Ark Garden, which is an act of restorative kindness garden. It was a colossal project, and which helped to transform our outdoor space into a living classroom for experiential and cross-curricular learning. It was developed over 2 years in collaboration with the Decade Productions and local landscaper, and also with a very well-known landscaper called Mary Reynolds, who won prestigious award internationally. So Mary captured our vision and put on paper what we asked her to do. Okay, and I'm going to show you what was on the paper and what it became. And I have to say it was a big work because we had to fund ourselves. And the funding came from agencies, local agencies, the community. And without the help of the community, it wouldn't have happened. So you can see that here on the left, it was a drawing. And if you look, this is our school picture here. And the garden was set here. So you can kind of guess, like, you know, what is what, where. Here we thought it would be nice to have a dead edge. Here we have the outdoor classroom. We wanted a pond, drinking and feeding areas for birds, sand snakes for the insects and the bees, and also stack of wood to help the nature come back to itself. We decided to have paths going through it and not to walk all over it. And so it was nice for the students to see the progress of the project, and to also for them to help nature, to connect them to nature. In this project, we also wanted to have a mini wood, okay, where we planted native Irish trees. So it was very educational for the students. And I'm going to show you another picture of what it looks like during the summer. So you can see here the dead edge and natural flowers coming back, because this is a bug, and it was very interesting to see what type of flowers would come.
Amazing landscape, indeed, beautiful, beautiful, Florence. You still have 5 minutes, and then we have to pass.
Thank you. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Thank you. So it gives you a sense of connection to nature. Okay. It was a very interesting project, and working with the locals was very interesting. So after 2 years of hard work on this garden, we wanted to improve and to further enhance outdoor learning, and the polycarbonate polytunnel will soon be erected in the school ground, thanks to a grant, a community grant we obtained last year. So on top of the garden we already have, the outside garden, we're going to have an inside garden, and it will reflect how sustainability could be done through the year. Okay. The last project I would like to speak about is called ATLIC. Actually, this is a international project, which stands, so ATLIC, sorry, stands for Atlantic Inno Blue Communities. It is a European project that connects young students to other countries like France, Portugal, and Spain. And its main goal is to encourage innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship linked to the blue economy, which means everything which is linked to the ocean and sustainability. And this is the second year our students are participating to this project. And this year they will be going to Spain in Santiago del Compostela, and in France, Nantes. Last year they went to Portugal, sorry, in the Azores. So there is a lot. We're a small school, but as you can see, there's a lot that we can offer to our students, and breaking the rules and taking them out of the classroom and strengthen their learning they're doing into the classroom as well. So thank you for listening. And what we're going to do next is to consolidate our strength to continue to attract students in our small school, okay? And ingrain outdoor classroom within our teaching, and working on projects with more local partners and national partners and international partners. So I think to stay connected is very important. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much indeed, Florence. It was great. And also thank you very much for sharing 2 video contributions, your school, not only this one about outdoor learning in module 3, but also the one about local working with the local community. It was really amazing and much appreciated by all our participants. All right, Ariana, shall we say something from
Yes.
what's going on in the chat?
So in the chat, Camelia and Jessica seem to have a problem with the slides. For me, everything was working perfectly, and as far as I can see, the participants are not allowed to move slides. So you should see what we all see, and I can see from you noting, Vittoria, that you also were able to see the slides. So maybe it would be a good idea to leave and then come back, because I don't think there is an option for.
Okay. Anyway, I see that there are participants from various countries, from Italy, from Spain, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to our next guest speaker, who is Vittoria Volterani, a primary school teacher from Italy. We've seen her also in one of the video contributions to Module 3. She has been an eTwinning ambassador since 2013 and an Erasmus School ambassador since 2021. So she is really the right person to talk about internationalization of schools. Please, Vittoria, take control of the slides, and the floor is yours. And again, thank you very much for accepting our invitation. You're muted, Vittoria.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here to talk about what is so important to me, that is internationalization. I come from a rural school, that is the Istituto Omnicomprensivo di Bobbio, and we are a very small school. We are omnicomprehensive because we are very small, from kindergarten to 18 years old. 14 different schools in 70 kilometers of a road, under just one umbrella and just one head teacher. So a difficult environment, but a beautiful one. But straight to the point, why internationalization matters for small and rural schools. First of all, the world is interconnected, and global affects local, such as local affects global. We have to learn it, and we have to do something to be part of this continuous flow. So students need to acquire global competence, that is the capability to deal with different persons, the capability to stand up and act for communities, that is local and global, that is the understanding of different values, that is the skill to communicate properly. But how can we do if we live very isolating, as we do, in a very small place where the biggest village is just 3,000 inhabitants, and as I always say, out of the map? We have to understand and pass from local to global. Second, the world is quickly and continuously changing. So education must adapt. And we have to reach a new development needs that students have. And we have to connect with a completely changed world. And this is not easy when you are isolated. We have to move from a school of knowledge to a school of competencies. That means that teachers need to acquire new teaching competencies and new teaching awareness, and the school needs to adopt a new educational concept and embrace a long-term vision. We have to be aware that the world we are in is changing. 3, the world is complex and is facing new challenges and new political, economical balances. It's evident, especially nowadays. So we need to be united and to feel a stronger sense of belonging, that it's not so hard when you live in a beautiful place but isolated. Because it's true, we made the European Union, but it is also true that we are still making Europeans. And these Europeans means respect different cultural heritage, but also the new intercultural European needs that we have in our communities. But how to move beyond symbolic participation to a meaningful engagement? This is very important because everything is declared in our document, but then what in the reality? So, speaking about documents, documents matter. School paper matter because paper are not just paper, and I hate them. Really, I hate them. But if you make internationalization formal, you start making it real because you start embedding Europe or internationalization in the school plans, in the school official documents, in the school website, in the school curricula. And internationalization, it's not something strange. It's something that the teachers become accustomed with, step by step, avoiding resistances. Second, you have to create, absolutely, you have to create and formalize the European group or the Erasmus group or the international group. For sure, you will start with a passionate teacher like I am, but then you have to move, you have to widen, because Europe is not a one-man show. You have to acquire habits of sharing, you have to have roles, you have to organize the groups, you have to run cycles, monitoring, and improve continuously. If you want to start smart, you have to start with the teacher training about e-twinning. E-twinning now is in the European School Education Platform, but it is beautiful because in e-twinning you can learn, you can integrate ICT, you can improve your English, apply active methods, and you create an habit of comparison, of cooperation, innovation, and European exchange that it's needed to level up, to rise up, to move on toward more complex challenges. Second, in e-twinning, you have to start implementing projects and start storytelling them, because you have to make your school community aware of the beauty and the magic that is in e-twinning. Making a project means embed ICT, digital, transversal cross-curricular competencies, disciplines, improve English, and so on and on and on. It's a huge growth. My biggest growth was at the beginning in e-twinning. But if you want to go in that, because maybe you are already accustomed to e-twinning, start with an Erasmus training. Trainings are important because you can do everything on your own. But if you have someone like ambassador like me that mentor you, that give you a hand of help, it's much better. You have to understand the key action, you have to learn how to plan, you have to get a mentor, maybe another school that is already in Erasmus. After the training, you can start analyze your strength and your weakness and find your priorities. Because the Erasmus planning, it's very complex. You have also always to bear in mind the Erasmus horizontal priorities and connect them with yours. The horizontal priorities of Erasmus are inclusion and diversity, digital transformation, environments and fight against climate change, participation in democratic life, common values, and civic engagement. But these are needs in all the different schools. So it's not difficult to match with this priority. If you want to start smoothly, start with a small scale project. The K action 122 is perfect because you start easier, but you can start thinking big, and the funds connected to this small scale are high. So you can have a maximum 18-month experience that can completely change your teacher lives and start making your school moving on. Remember, once you enter Europe, you never come back because Europe is a one-way road. So keep on doing, even when you fail. I failed many times, but I never gave up. Review, improve, try again, widen your horizon. About the EU group, maintain it stable and formal in school, recognizable to everyone. Storytell what you do, explain the project, the reasons, the activity, make everyone aware of what you are doing and why you are doing so. Raise the engagement, widen the participation of teachers, students, non-teaching staff through yearly open calls, and about the effect on your practice. Monitor everything, keeps them effective, continues review everything is happening in the process, because if you review, if you look back, you can understand what needs to be improved. Again, continue to disseminate in a lively way with workshop where teachers come, talk to each other, work together, raise the passion, stay together, enhance their knowledge about each other. Put into practice. Remember, when you learn something abroad, change something in your school and in your daily practice. Rethink the classroom spaces, rethink the school spaces to make them more collaborative, more friendly, more social, because kids need the real sociality. And then continue, move forward the innovation, adapt teaching practices and orient them to competencies. Now, some practical strategies to build a long-term, impactful international partnership. Partnership are many in training in Erasmus, but the first thing you have to do is to find partners. So to do this easily, you have to go to the European Education Platform and the School Education Platform in e-training and start connect with other people by the partner search. When you answer a post or where you post yourself, please put your email, both if you write or if you answer, because it's quicker, it's more reliable, it's more important. And when you find a good partner, remember, a good friend is worth his weight in gold, but the good friend, firstly, and mainly, it's you. So be on time, be loyal, be effective, be reliable, be passionate, be creative, be funny, be collaborative, and be adaptable, because you match different people. People are unique. So partnerships are different. It's not always the same. You have wow partners and you have partners. But anyway, you always learn something. If you start since the very beginning to plan together, to share together, to build together the partnership. Don't arrive to a meeting saying, oh, this is the project, what do you think of it? Because silence. No, just put there an idea and then start working together and make communication and collaboration easy. Share a drive, share a chat group, meet online as much as you can. And when you meet in presence, always start with community building activities and continues doing during the meeting, because we need to put skin to skin. I don't know how to say. And be sure, there will be problems. In all partnership, there are problems, but please stay positive, focus always and quickly on solutions. What is the role of leadership, planning, and community involvement in sustaining the journey of internationalization? First, principles do matter. You need their support, because you have to reorienting and sustaining a new educational vision. And internationalization is a long and step-by-step process. It's complex, it affects everything in your school, and it is something that helps you in being interconnected with the world, especially for us, smart reality. It is gorgeous, but it's complex and it needs to be facilitated. So the principal can make this pathway easier, simple, essential, consistent, and wide. So involve them in the process. Ask them for facilitation, support, clear, closeness, and ask them to value this process, because it's very important, and to help you in explaining and encourage the people that are involved, but they made a lot of efforts in it. And it's still not enough. If the African proverbs say it takes a village to raise a child, this means that for sure we need also communities involved. So don't forget, since the very beginning, involve families, associations, stakeholders, explain the reason behind the internationalization path, because sometimes we are close, we don't trust each other, we live in our bubble, so they have to know why we are doing this such a complex pathway. Engage them in activity, ask for help, let them meet the European partners, show them your appreciation, and storytell what they do, because it's very important, because we are small and we need to act together to have a real impact. And it's easier if we are small to create new system. And the more you share, the stronger bonds you create with all your communities, local and global. Last but not absolutely least, the level up. Since the very beginning, when you need on your needs, try to integrate the internationalization path with other national Ministry of Education actions that have funds. So if you have something about environments, let's work on environments in Europe and then make this European concept in the action, the national action that maybe provides funds for you. We do it for many years and it was great. If different actions toward innovation are integrated, then the impact is maximized. Again, never stop learning. Year after year, when you come accustomed to Europe, to the international environments, raise the bar. You have other actions such as the accreditation and moreover, the K action 2, the small scale partnership, or the most complex but beautiful K action 220 about cooperation partnership for innovation. So I run a lot. I come to the end. I just would like to share with you this booklet made by me and Indire, the Piccole Scuole Movement, that is Europe One Way Only, that is translated in English, in Spanish, and in Italian. And there you find the links. Thank you for this possibility, and I really hope it helps you to start something new.
Thank you so much, Vittoria. What can we say? It's volcanic energy, pure energy on steroids. I mean, thank you so much. I'm sure also the other participants have appreciated your energy, your passion, your commitment, and also your generosity in sharing all this. Okay. Thank you very much. And now we have also some questions for you, but we will keep them for the end. Now let's move to Edita Binek from Poland. She is also an eTwinning ambassador. She has also big experience in that, and she's a teacher trainer. As coordinator of school volunteering and the student council in her school, she fosters active citizenship by leading local initiatives that bring education beyond the classroom. So please, Edita, take control of the screen. You are very welcome, and we thank you for accepting our invitation. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon. I hope that you hear me.
Very well.
Because, yes, okay. It's wonderful to be here with you. And as you said, I'm also the eTwinning ambassador, and during that time, since 2017, I've completed over 50 eTwinning projects with my students, and some of them are connected with the local initiatives and so on. So let's. Next slide is about it's about my title, about the examples of student agency local initiatives. Yes, because students can share ideas such as activities and even decide to have some classes outside the classroom. For example, in the garden, in the playground, and so on. I don't know why this doesn't work.
Shall I move the slide?
Yes, because I don't know why it doesn't work. Maybe it will be, oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I don't, do you see it?
Yes, the concept of student agency. You have to take control of the slides, Edita. Yes, now you can move the slides.
Great. So as you can see, this primary school, you can see the building outside. So that's why some students, they decide, or maybe they say where they would like to have the lessons. So it's really important that students, they have the voice, they can do really, really great job for our students. And the concept of student agency is, I can't see the slide. I don't know why, really. I don't know why, because I see all.
Well, I can see the slides, Edita. Go on.
Okay, great.
If anybody has a problem, please refresh.
Okay,
I can see the slides, Edita.
So students have got agency means that learners can take an active role in the education, because they have voice, they can choose, they even ownership in how they learn, as I said before. And that's why we've got here the slide to showing that they have the power. Really, in our school, they really can come, they can suggest the ideas. And students can influence not only our other students, but also people, events, and what is happening at our school. So they are really motivated. They know that thanks to their decision, they can change something at school and around the school. So it's very important to give them this kind of power. And remember that not only they can influence or be involved in local activities, but also national and international subjects or areas or places, because they really can do it. And how? Yes, I would like to show you now some pictures from our school. Like, for example, I said that they can come and ask about the place where they want to have the lesson. And as you can see, during the winter, they can have lessons, some lessons outside, and we can see the snow, we can see our playground. But of course, they have some lessons in the playground, in the football pitch, and so on. And it's also connected with the season, because some of them, like here in the left corner, you can see that we celebrate different traditions, and like here is the St. Patrick's Day, or celebrations like Christmas, and so on. So they really can come and say, could you do it for us? And yes, I think that it's a great pleasure that we can move. Next one, some students, I think it's everywhere that some students have got really, they are really passionate, they have really great knowledge about something, and they really can share this knowledge with other students, even with teachers. For example, some of my students, they are really interested in coding, and they have a lot of books connected with coding, a lot of materials, and they even have got some robots. They are used during the lesson to show some tricks connected with coding, with programming. So students in this case also can influence our style of teaching, our style of learning. Next slide, because during the school year, we have a lot of events that students prepare some sweets, muffins, and they give the money to many charities. Okay, because we want to support somebody. And here you've got some slides. It was during the school year when we supported people in needs. So they are engaged during their breaks, and they really like it. So it's amazing time when they can, of course, they feel important. They really want to do it. Another slide is connected with preparing cards. A few years during the school year, we meet few times, so many, well, 4, 5 times, something like that, and we prepare cards for Christmas, for birthday, for Easter, and they not only meet together after school, but also they want to share their creative, how can I say, ideas, how to prepare this card. They even, they are motivated. Yes, they don't want to go to school, after school to home, but they prefer staying at school to meet together and to do something like this. So because it makes them happy. They and after school they talk, easily, freely. So it's also the option that they can spend time in a funny, great way. Next one, every year we clean the world. I think every at school there are, in Poland, for example, there are different events that yes, and encourage students to clean forest and some places around. And every year, believe me, we collect a lot of rubbish, and they do it even in the after school, during the weekend. So a kind of voluntary work, because they want this our area to have clean. What else? In this slide, we can see two boys, small boys, and one of them is really a boy who needs support, because he suffers from, it's a kind of illness. So a lot of money the parents need to support them to go to rehabilitation and so on. So our students also want to help the parents in this way, that they meet, spend time with the kids, play even. So really, really, they want to do it and share their free time. Yes, what else? During the school year, especially when we have before Christmas, so we remember about the elderly people. The people who live alone. So we prepare some Christmas cards, some gingerbreads, and some decorations, and we just go there and yes, and wish them all the best for the Christmas. So it's very important for them, because some of them are really lonely, and because our students meet them, visit them, they are very proud of that, and even they say that it's a very sensitive meeting for them, and it's very important because young students remember about elderly people. Okay, what's next? Because the Christmas time is full of really different activities, events, and so on, we also prepare some decorations for the Christmas market. And it is usually a week or 2 weeks before Christmas. So people from our village can come, can buy, and all the money we earn, we send to the people who are in need. But not only. I will show you in a minute what else. Here are some pictures connected with the time when the war began, I mean the war in Ukraine, and we helped them in different ways. So not only financially, but also materially. We collected different stuff, different necessary, things like something like to wear, something to eat, some cosmetics, and so on. So students were really, really deeply involved in this kind of activities.
You've almost finished, right, Edita? It's almost the end, huh? Yes.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. We have to finish.
Oh,
okay.
Really? Just few, okay.
Yeah, it's almost over, yeah.
So I have to hurry up.
Beautiful presentation, so yes, but
we also cooperate with different institutions, and we give them our what we did, so decorations, cards, and so on. We also cooperate with other students thanks to e-twinning projects, and we do some events together. So I will hurry up. But not only we work international, but not national, but also international. And here you've got the slide that we support 2 students from Burkina Faso, but not only, but because 2 years ago we started from Togo. And every year we also send money for the education. It's very important for us. So as you can see through the slides, student agency can really help, can really be involved in different events and from different contexts. Yes, you can think, what can you do in your school? But I have to hurry up. But some tricks you can use during your school, during your education school year, because it's very important to talk with our students, what they want to do, what they can do, how they want to help, and so on. And it's very important for me because thanks to it, I can arrange the school year. I know what are the expectations and so on. So that's why it's very important to try to, yes. And I know that this time was very short. So thank you very much for your attention. And I hope that thanks to this short talk, I shared some ideas and you can use it in your school. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Edita. It was a great presentation with many ideas that can encourage all of us, all the participants, to start with small steps, maybe not with huge daring projects, but small steps to start with. So great presentation, Edita. Thank you so much for being with us. I don't know whether we have maybe one or two questions, Ariana, to ask our participants. From what I read, many are concerned about the sustainability of these projects, how to get started, how to balance with the school programs, with the syllabus. Do you have any other questions, Ariana, that maybe we can ask our speakers?
No, I think this is a great question that we could hear from our speakers. I would just like to mention that there are some new questions in the Padlet, but we have just heard the answers. For example, about how to start.
Yeah.
And yes, so please go ahead, Anna. Who would you like to answer this question?
Yes, yeah, the main questions I came across is how can we balance these activities with the school syllabus, and in schools where there are constraints, where there are, problems with the budget, for example. Vittoria, Edita, also Florence, if she's still there. Who would like to answer this question? You are muted, Vittoria. Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
So about Europeanization, but I think about everything. It's not a matter of adding things to lessons. It's a matter of make lessons different. And sometimes we are too connected to our comfort zone. That is something that you leave when you start the Europeanization pathway, because we have to move to a different education. The normal lessons, the just a little bit active lessons, are not effective for the youth nowadays. So when you start a project in eTwinning or a project in Erasmus, you interconnect disciplines to the project, and you start with a lot of difficulties at the beginning, with a lot of efforts to change your teaching style, to change your teaching practice, and you start doing things in a different way. It takes time. Yes, it takes. It's difficult. Yes, it is. You will have opposition. Yes, you will have, for sure. But keep on doing, keep on going, and slowly all the difficulties will come down, and you will have with you more teachers. The principal will be convinced that this is the way, and it takes time. I started the Europeanization path in 2013, so 12 years ago. But now we have innovated everything in these 12 years, and everything is different, everything. but we still have some oppositor, but it's natural.
Yeah.
Changing takes time, patience, and
Small steps, yes. And
small steps.
yeah. Do you agree, Florence, Edita? Would you like
I
to add?
absolutely agree with Victoria. And what's more, I would like to add that as a teacher, I'm always with my students. After lessons, they can come, they can ask. So if you want to support them, you have to be with them.
True. Florence, would you like to add something in respect to learning environments or schools as at the center of a community? How can we start?
I think myself, you have to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. Like in Ireland, where I teach also TYs, which is transition year. And I had the privilege to create my own curriculum, which is a lot of work, but also gives you the freedom to teach them and what you think is important, like for their well-being or developing citizenship in Europe or whatever. So I create my own curriculum, which is great. Like this year, we're doing the blue economy. So I'm doing 3 themes on that, and I'm basically working the other way. I'm taking the projects and I'm including them into making them my curriculum, basically. Not everybody can do that. I am aware of it, but I don't have access to the junior cycle. It's more complicated because they have their own curriculum. But if you can, like, when I started with the e-twinning, it was like, okay, it was during COVID actually, and it was a brilliant way to communicate with others, to connect with others, and to be less isolated. So I started small, and every year I made my projects a bit bigger. I gained confidence. I work with people in Turkey, and they're so motivated in Greece, in Spain, and like when you get the taste of it, guys, it's just beautiful.
Totally agree. Totally agree, Florence. Thank you also for adding this to our discussion. We have tried throughout this course to provide a wide variety of possibilities, of opportunities, and then it is, of course, the schools who can decide which challenges to turn into opportunities for change and innovation. Let me just remind who is still online with us, what's next. So keep an eye on the platform for the deadlines that, of course, ends on the 5th of November. Of course, for those of you who want and deserve a course certificate, on the important date sections, you can also keep an eye on the deadlines and the assignments that needs to be handed in. And on your progress page, please go there and check whether you have completed all the activities. It can happen that you, like me here, I have 94% because I have not gone through all the sections. So make sure you have done so. And as the follow-up to this course introduced in Module 1, there is a survey that will lead to the co-construction, to the creation of a vision for inclusive and high-quality education in small and rural schools at policy level. So contribute to this. Let's make our voice be heard. Also in terms of guidelines for the policymakers at European Schoolnet level, we have a special interest group for small and rural schools. And so this is the questionnaire that Indire Piccole Scuole has created. Don't miss this opportunity. Take part and make your voice be heard. Okay, I think this is more or less it, Ariana. We thank everyone, these great presenters, these great speakers today. Thank you all the participants for being part of this learning journey. We hope you have enjoyed the course and wish you all the best for the course completion. Good luck and take care. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night. Goodbye.